feel like this is good.
The plans have changed. The tables have turned, darkness.
I'll limit my abilities.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jimmy Tropicana. I got a full cast, a full house tonight here at the shop in Glendora, California, Tropicana Golf Club and Barbershop. I have on my far right, I was going to go left, but I guess that's opposite, Mr. Steven Smith, known as Thighs because, well, you know why. That was a weird thing. It just kind of stuck with the thighs.
Yeah, it really, and it didn't start for like, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 months.
People love it. People love it, and they go, he wears, and I get messages every time you're on a video or something. His shorts are really short. I go, yeah, you get it? It's funny. And they're like, does he do it on purpose? I go, yeah, it's funny. I love it.
I'll be at tournaments and I'll hear Fink or one of the other ones from like 4 holes over. Thighs! I'm like, it's great.
It's very sexual, but it's like you're not scared to show them off, right?
If you got it, flaunt it.
Ooh, squat all day.
Yeah.
Doesn't miss leg day.
I didn't ride my Peloton for 15 months during COVID, not to show them off.
Do you ride your Peloton in the shorts? I feel like you would wear like a Speedo when you ride. Like you're that kind of guy.
Well, I don't want to chafe. I wear compression shorts.
You get off and you're like all sweaty.
Actually, to be honest, my Peloton shorts are longer than these shorts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't want to see those. I like those.
Oh, perfect.
Sitting next to Mr. Steven Smith is the one, the only Mr. Bruce Bruiser Martens. Martin, right? Aren't you kind of Mexican?
I'm half.
What half?
The good half.
The poor half?
As Pollo would say, yes. The poor half.
We love.
Wait, I thought your last name was Jenner.
If you guys don't get that reference, watch the video
only
on
on
YouTube.
weekends.
It's hilarious.
Only on weekends.
Yeah, Pollo. Well, we'll talk about Pollo later, but Pollo really laced into you and had some great remarks. If you haven't seen, let me explain everything before we keep going. But I have one more person to introduce here, the one, the only Mr. Roydel Yabut.
What is up?
Yeah, but how do you spell it?
Yabut.
Yeah, but.
I get it.
Oh,
yeah.
you get it? I'm going to tell that joke every time. Right?
No, you just remind me of my school days where I'm traumatized. But
I'll tell you what, if I was in your second grade class, I'd go, yeah, but how do you spell it every day? And you'd be like, it's not funny anymore. I'm going to be a doctor and fucking kill you. Roydel
that's why they're poor now.
A competitive runner, right? And you dabble in medicine as well, right? Not like Robbie Rosin dabbles in medicine, but
real medicine.
Real medicine. Hey, everything that cures you is real medicine, right?
There's side effects.
Hey, there's side effects for everything.
Yeah.
You could drink too much water and overdose.
All right, that's called drowning.
Exactly. Get it?
Yeah.
I'm a doctor. See my doctor's coat? Why don't you tell them about what you did today as you're drinking a 30th? This show is sponsored by Miller High Life, by the way. They don't know it, but it's a champagne of beers, and this is a celebration. Salute, boys. Salute. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Look at that clink, 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 clink. Why don't you tell them what you did earlier this afternoon?
Yeah, I ran the Santa Monica Classic today, which is the first step in the Conquer LA Challenge, which is one of 3 races. And it was a 10K, so about 6.2 miles. It was humid today, but it was along the beach of Santa Monica. It was great. And then the other 2 races will be the Rose Bowl Half and the Los Angeles Marathon.
I hate running. I hate it. Like, hate it. Like, there's nothing that there's no form of exercise that I dislike more than running. It's just, I feel like vomiting and like.
There's nothing good about it.
It's boring.
Right. Like,
Really?
even if you have good music, like, and at some point you get that runner's high.
I know.
That goes away pretty fucking quickly.
I never get a runner's high.
Oh,
Never.
I've gotten it before, I think maybe one time, accidentally. And
That was like probably residual. Never mind. Hey, listen. So the reason that we're here today and the reason that my guys are here today is that a few months ago, what was that? Maybe July? Mid-July when the whole idea.
Kind of in June-ish, and we put it together.
Stephen Smith and Bruce came to me and said, we want to put together a match play series. And I of course, I was all in for it, and I think that's a great idea. And then it just exploded. It was unbelievable. It was fantastic. It was perfectly ran. We had a draft party here. So the way it works is we have a – can you hold this real quick?
Yeah.
Let me show you something. Probably should have been more prepared.
Maybe just
rip it.
Move the camera.
Just rip it.
That's too easy.
He's
I mean, I have a electronic version of that I
Oh,
can
this is
just
funny.
send it to you.
Listen, the people watching this have nothing else to do.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
if
it.
you've made it this far in this, then
Get a life, fuckers.
you're gonna want to see this anyway.
Yeah, because if you're watching it this far, you haven't made a tea time. You couldn't get one.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what happened. You want to hold that for me? Listen. This is what happened. Hold that. This is a 32-man bracket, just like the NCAA bracket. Everybody gets drafted, and then you get matched up against somebody, and then obviously if you win, you keep going, and then boom, we have the winner. Okay, that's good. So that's
Yeah, that was trash now.
yeah, it's trash. Or actually, if you want it,
I want it. I'm
you
gonna
don't
keep
wanna
it.
Spoil any secrets, but okay. So we had a draft party here where you selected who you were going to play against, and we had food and drinks, and it was great. We were here all night long. So that's where it started, and then just from there, it set the tone of a great series. And if you win, you keep going, and you keep playing the winner of the bracket below you until you are at the finale. So we had 32 guys, and that was just the starting point. And it would just go every single week. People would pick their own courses where they wanted to play, the times where they were both available, and then there'd be a winner. And it was handicapped. So, like if Roy's a, 10 handicap? 14. And I'm a 4, I would give him strokes on 10 of the holes. And it came out so close, and so every single match all the way up and down the board would come down to like they're tied going into 17 or they're tied going into 18. Steven, are you busy right now?
Yeah, I am. I'm
Are
checking
you in a
the-
meeting?
The scores there.
He's like this. I know. I hate to bother you. I know
I'm
you're
listening.
busy. I know you're busy.
Yeah.
But
It's not your girlfriend. Yeah. You can't.
Come on, betting account, man. It didn't go so well.
so the matches were so close and so interesting, and we have an app where everybody can chat about what's happening and where you're playing and the scores and the final scores, and it would literally come down to like, okay, I lost by the final hole, and that's what was awesome because nobody was really out of it, and we had some super high handicap guys, and they went pretty far in the match, so. That's what made it fun is that it wasn't a slam dunk, like good guy versus bad guy, and the good guy wins. That wasn't it. You had to play, and you had to play well, and anybody could win at any time. So we set that up, and you guys kind of officiated the whole process of it as like, okay, you have 2 weeks to play your first match, and then 2 weeks, if you win, you get 2 more weeks to play your next match, all the way through to the finale. What do you think, Bruce, was reading people's comments and listening to what people had to say? What do you think was the highlight for everyone? Like, why was this so successful? Like, what made it? Because I was even jacked for it, and I didn't even play in it, and I was like, oh my god, they're playing this weekend? Like, who's gonna win? And like, we're constantly looking for updates of like, who's winning? Like, who gives a shit? But really, like, everybody was into it. So why was that so? Why was it so like,
I think that we just have a lot of competitors in this in our club, and it brought a lot of that out of everybody.
Right.
It brought a lot of competitiveness. I mean, every I went to, I don't know, maybe six of the matches, and it was great because you could see the competitiveness come out of everybody. They were getting pissed at their shots that they
Right.
weren't hitting, and
Right.
it was great to see that.
Yeah, it made it like an even playing field, and then like you kind of like chose a horse, kind of, you know, like
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I think this one's gonna do it, and then like you not bet on it, but in your head you'd be like, oh, this guy's gonna win, and then if it didn't go your way, you're like, oh my god, he beat him, you know? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
There was some betting on it.
There was.
Was there
Absolutely,
people
yeah.
betting?
Yeah, side
Yeah, there had to be.
Yeah,
Come on, a
it
bunch of
definitely-
degenerates in this
There was
freaking.
betting on- I mean,
Yeah.
that was one of the great parts is you actually had a lot of people from the club going out and spectating
Yeah.
these different rounds. Like not even some people would go out and just rent a cart and drive along with it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I did
play
that.
in the
That's
twos
exactly what I
next to
did.
them, or just kind of hang out and watch. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
think it just provided a venue that most people have never competed in before.
Yeah.
I would say a majority of our club has never played match play. And I
Yeah.
think
That's probably true.
it
That's probably
gave them
true.
a chance to play a new format and to actually see.
Yeah.
Match play competition is so different than your net stroke play.
Oh yeah, it's totally different golf because you're never out of it. And if you have a blow up hole and you make, you know, a 12, which it never gets to a 12, but if you were to make a 12, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because you can make a 4 the next time, or the other guy can make a 12, and all it is one hole.
Exactly.
You know, and you're back at it because everybody has bad holes. So it was pretty interesting to watch the people funnel down the bracket all the way until the end.
Yeah.
Roy, you had, so how many? Let's see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 total matches, right? You had 5 total matches. Your first match, like right before you went into your first match, like you didn't know really how this format was going to work. Like it was your first match. How did you, because I know you're a preparation guy, like you prepare and you're like mentally ready for what's going to happen. So how do you prepare for something like that when you don't know exactly how this is going to work?
Honestly, like I'm very familiar with match play. It's my favorite format.
Right.
I think so because there's more of a psychological, like not to say golf is not psychological in stroke play, but
Sure.
you know, there's this chess game. It's like,
Right.
okay, like, oh, what is my opponent doing? He's not bringing a come with me to the tee box.
Sure,
You know, it's
sure.
like he's waiting for me, or I'm waiting for him to see if he shanks it
Right.
into the trees or whatever.
Right.
But the way I would prepare for it was, just know the course.
Sure.
And take it one hole at a time, one shot at a time. And the way I would see it, since it was handicapped, I would be like, okay, if I'm giving a stroke on somebody and I split that hole, I consider that I've won that hole.
Right.
And then if I'm getting a stroke on that hole and I don't win that hole, or if I split it, I consider that a loss.
Yeah.
So that's the way I saw it.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. That's exactly how it works. And so many times, like in golf, you're kind of playing the course, you know. But in match play, you're not. You're playing your partner, you know. So
Yeah.
like, you can make a 4, but if he makes a 3, he won, and it doesn't matter what you do, you know. Like,
There was a situation where like I was playing Lefty Lou in my second round match,
Right.
and he
Shout out to Lefty.
Yeah, Lefty was my caddy, by the way, for the finale. But like, sorry to do this to you, buddy. But like, there was this drivable par 4, and his short game was not good that day. It was like number 11th hole,
Wow.
and he landed in the greenside bunker. And I knew his bunker shots were not that good that day, and I was like, you know what? Take a 4-iron, punch it low. You know, give yourself a 120, 100 shot, and that gives you, like, I'm in my head, I'm thinking, okay, what gives me the best chance of making birdie?
For sure.
Like my driver wasn't good, so I just laid up to a number, and I ended up making birdie that hole, and I ended up taking the lead. So you're also playing, okay, what is my opponent good at, and what is he not good
yeah,
at?
you're playing their strengths and their weaknesses, and if you see them get into a situation where they're not doing well, now you completely take a different strategy.
Oh yeah, that's the time where you just pounce. You know, you just take advantage of that, because in match play, opportunities don't come that often. You gotta know how to
you
take
gotta
it.
take advantage, and you can't slack on your pimping, as JC would
It
say.
even comes down to like if you're both pitching onto the green,
Yeah.
and you happen to be the closer one,
Right.
see where he pitches it, and you don't necessarily have to aim for the hole.
Right.
Just pitch and get 3 feet inside.
Inside of him.
And make him putt and give you a read, and it also screws with their
Yeah,
ability to hit that
you're
putt.
definitely playing the other person, and some people like that more than playing the course, because you only have one person to focus on. You know, it's just that person, and whatever they do, you just have to make sure that you do it a little bit better than them, not so much the big course. So, okay, so you're in it. You won your first match, won your second match, won your third match. Now you're getting down to the end, and you're probably a guy that's like, I've made it this far, I'm going all the way. You know, so you had, I'll tell you right now, you had Oh, you played Bruce.
Yeah, in the semifinal match. I remember all the matches. So.
Oh, wow.
He had to bring it up, huh?
So it looks like you went.
He had to bring
It looks like you went.
Sorry,
Anthony
buddy.
Faust,
Bringing up old Chet.
and then Lefty, and then
Lefty,
Peter Lyons,
Peter,
and then it came down to you and Bruce.
yeah, and I ended up taking it 2-1.
Okay.
It was
Bruce, what handicap are you?
I'm 15. We
played straight up.
Even. Yeah.
Oh, really?
according to the count, because I was like,
hit his driver. He's like a 34.
Wait, where did you guys play that?
Santa Anita.
Santa Anita. Yeah.
Okay, so you played Santa Anita, but
Bruce's
you're
home
a
course.
10?
Like at the time, it was like when we it was like 15-1, and I was like 14-7, and then the calculation
You
said
went
it
like
came
11.8 to 13 to like 14 point something.
So the SCGA app that we have where we input our scores allows us to put in two people and the course, and it will tell you what your handicap is for that course. So theirs came down to just decimal points, very close.
Yeah.
So they went straight up.
Yeah.
And it still got to a point where you won 2-1?
Yeah, 2-1.
So you took it deep, Bruce. Like you were, don't be nasty, but you, you were there for a while. Like,
Yeah.
Took it.
I could, yeah. I just didn't have a great day with the driver. I think I topped my driver. I really got lucky starting from like the second or third tee box. I hit my driver, it hit a tree, and it landed in the middle of the fairway. And then I think we were even like throughout the first like
Yeah, like
6 holes.
I would be one down, then you'd take it all square, then you'd be one up, then I'd take it all square. And
But
then,
so I showed up
Yeah,
at
exactly.
11, and you had lost, or no, I showed up at 12, and you had lost 10, 11.
Yeah.
And then
I
you
was
won
down
the next
two.
Wow.
Yeah.
and tied it back up.
Yeah.
And then you topped your drive.
Yeah.
oh,
Well, like the
Back.
difference in that match, I think, wasn't his driver, was my short game, because I was making bunker shots where, that like it was within like maybe like 2 feet, and
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah,
almost a
yeah.
gimme.
Your
Yeah.
short game was on point.
It was
but
on point.
It didn't matter when Bruce was hitting his fourth shot. In
Yeah.
the green,
Oh, yeah.
I was
and
playing
you were hitting
catch.
your third shot.
I was kind of
I was playing
relieved when I had
catch
to
the entire
two putt to win the match on 17. I was like, okay, this is gonna be the stress free.
Yeah. We had that live on Instagram video for everybody.
I saw that.
Yeah. And
I was on there.
on 17, I hit, my drive goes 150 yards, and then I hit my 4-iron, and it goes left right behind a tree. Right behind a tree. And literally, my ball is, a couple of inches away from the tree, and I didn't have a shot.
Like he's literally dry humping the tree
Yeah.
to like fucking
Like, I was
like chip it
hugging
out.
it.
It's like-
And I'm just thinking, like, man, it has to take a miracle for me. He's already on the green.
And it was like the long par 4. It was playing like 435 to the center. The wind was in our face, so it was playing more like 555.
Yeah.
I mean, after you hit the
460.
third shot, and it literally stayed in the tree.
Yeah,
So it
oh,
stayed
that's
in
right.
the top of
It was
the
Yeah, and then he had to take a
That's
drop. It was like-
It dropped, and I was
Yeah.
like, Bruce, you are hitting 5 under the green, and he's putting for birdie.
Yeah. It was
Let's
bad.
just take this one and let's move on.
and it was the second
I haven't
hardest hole
played
of the
that
course
bad
too.
for a while, though.
So
Not that
long
I'm any
story
good.
short, you beat Bruce, and
Yeah.
then the finale. So you get to so obviously it breaks all the way down, and if you haven't figured it out by now, Roy went to the finale and won.
Champion.
So congratulations about that.
Thank you.
But the finale was something different because it was one match, and you had two great players. It was you and DJ Tony Real, and we had it at Villa Verde Country Club.
Yeah, and neither of us played that course.
Neither of you had played that course, and not only that, but it was a whole new experience because now you had a gallery, like the guys from the club
Yeah.
came, walked behind you guys, and like so you had that going on. It was an untimed, let's call it, round where there wasn't a marshal driving around like, hey, hurry up type of deal.
We had Boyle.
Yeah. Speaking of
I will say, it was honestly pretty calm, the gallery.
Yeah.
I think so, but even still, if
Everybody
there's
was
two
hungover.
people watching,
Yeah.
you know they're watching, and there's 4 set of eyes just going, we're watching, and you know that they're watching.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
like in your head, oh my God, they're watching. So it's a different scenario for sure. And not only that, you're walking the course, which you walk a lot.
Oh yeah, if I could run a marathon, I could run. I could
so
walk
you
that.
walked the course, but you also had a caddy,
Not for me.
Yeah.
It's tough.
lefty loose. So the
Yes, unfortunately, one of my victims.
wow.
I paid him. I paid him money.
You are a better man than me. If he would have asked me to caddy for him after he beat me, I would have told him.
Yeah.
But I paid.
I don't care. If
Hey,
you
but
offer
Louis
me
got money though. He
You
got
offer me
paid.
$100. My pride is worth more than that. Lefty, you're a cheap slut.
Hi, boys. So okay, so you had a caddy.
Yeah.
And like it was like the real deal. I mean, the caddies even had vests. Like it was like or bibs. It was good. Like it was
Like a
it was a
2-year-old made 'em,
real
but-
finale, and it was fun, and you had the experience of playing in like a championship, let's call it.
Yeah.
And you worked hard to get there, and obviously you got the job done, and Tony was great, and he gave you a run for your money, and if you haven't seen the video's up on YouTube. Just Google Tropicana Swingers Open finale, and you'll see it on there. But Roy did win it, and he won it on 17 with a pretty incredible putt. So log on and watch that. So Roy, you have a different outlook on this entire thing because obviously you won, and you have two losers sitting next to you. I didn't play, or else.
I thought Pollo's not here today.
Oh, let's go back. Let's go back and talk about that finale.
Don't miss the announcing that we
No, you have to talk about that.
premium live golf quality announcing.
That is something that I think would have thrown me off because,
Oh my God.
I mean, Pollo throws me off on a Tuesday at lunch. I can't imagine when I'm like playing in a match that kind of means something because you're playing for real money.
Yeah.
And Pollo's ordering drinks and talking to people and asking you just most ridiculous questions ever, and you're like, wait, what? So did that affect? And then of course the one and the only, the professional in the group, Mr. Lars Lewis, who did a. I mean, you watched that video just for Lars. I mean, it was no offense to you, but that video was unbelievable, and he is so good at what he does, and his announcing skills was just like stepping back into 1981. It was amazing, but. Does that play? Do you hear any of that going on, or
Honestly, like I tune it all out. Like honestly, you could have had 1,000 people following us. It wouldn't have changed anything because, like I've been through medical school where you've had surgeons and other doctors stare at you while you do something, and they fucking tell you, "Oh, you're stupid. That's not how you're supposed to do it."
they say that?
No, yeah, I'm not even like no. It's like no.
That's
Like
great.
one time I had a colleague sitting
great.
next to me, and he says, "Oh, like he asked my colleague like, oh, how would you treat the patient?" And he said the answer, and then the surgeon's like, "Are you high?" Like just like they would break you down and insult you, but like I'm used to that. I'm used to people watching me do what I even when lives are on the line. So like. I was experienced with that already.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so what? This is no big deal. Like people are watching, so what?
Hey, who knew that Pollo was like a qualified surgeon? 'Cause that's exactly, there's shots and video of it that I literally just posted earlier today where you hit a shot and he just screamed as loud as he can. He goes, "That was terrible. Fucking bullshit." I'm like, oh my God, Pollo, he's right there. And then he goes, sorry.
And then I'm sitting there, I was like, it's
I
whatever.
definitely heard a surgeon say, "You must be poor." I'm starting to see the
Resemblance.
between
Yeah.
Pollo
Hey.
and a real surgeon.
Pollo knows you think it's all bullshit, but Pollo knows what he's doing, man. So Pollo's following you. He's announcing. He's yelling. He's drinking. He's just being Pollo. And then obviously Lars was doing great. But so that didn't play in you didn't even hear it.
No, I just tuned it out. Now, if he came by and asked me a question, I just answered
Well,
it.
he did ask you a question, and the question he asked you was, "Excuse me, Roy, is that fucking bitch doing anything for you?" And you're like, "Who?" And he goes, "That fucking catty bitch."
Yeah, that's all they do, man. My caddy's helping me out. I've made like 3 putts because of him, and I just literally said the answer and I just walked away. I was like,
He goes, "Okay." And in that video, if you watch, he he praises you, gives you compliments on not your game, but your legs and your ass.
On that ass.
Like I work hard. I work hard to train. Train my body. Like
You must be doing it for a reason.
not for him.
Oh, not for
but,
that.
Yeah, but like
He told him straight. He goes, "That guy, he's got a big ass. Look at those pants. He's got tight pants, big legs."
and those are not tight pants. They're standard dry fit Adidas golf
Well,
pants.
hey,
They're not tight.
To him, they were tight pants, and he goes, "Where's he from? He's from fucking Hawaii, that guy." And then he started calling you Samoa instead of Roydel.
And for the viewers out there, I'm actually Filipino.
Well, hey, not according to Pollo, you're Samoan.
It's all the same.
That fucking guy, he's got some big legs. He's a big ass.
Oh God.
So long story short, the finale was great. Roydel, he's sitting in front of his trophy right here. I don't know if I just asked you this, but I didn't get an answer. But what was the highlight of the whole thing for you? Like, what was the moment when you think back on the 2022 Tropicana Swingers Open? What was it? Like, what's the thing that, besides winning, obviously, but like, what's the one part that you're like, man, I really had a good time with that?
Oh,
was
just
it one match or just
honestly,
one
the finale was great. You had a gallery, for example, people ask me, "What's your favorite golf event?"
Right.
And I always say the Ryder Cup.
Okay.
Because it's just different. You watch it, people are like yelling and stuff, and I felt like that because it was a match play event. I honestly felt that. I like watching the Ryder Cup more than the Masters, more than the U.S. Open, more than I honestly do, because the fans are more
into it,
whereas our members were into it as well.
For sure.
And I would liken this match play as postseason baseball, where every pitch, every out,
For sure.
Whereas match play, it's like every putt, every chip,
100%.
every drive. You're paying attention to every shot.
Yep.
And
every shot matters.
yeah, the finale was the most memorable. My most memorable shot was I don't know, I think it was like a downhill lie on the front nine, and I had about 155, and I had to hook it around this palm tree or whatever.
Okay.
And it was a difficult shot, and I ended up making perfect contact and got on the green. Stuff like that, making that 15-footer to win the match.
Yeah. I think a big one was, hey Bruce, whenever you're done, I'll wait.
So,
That was the way.
are these mics hot? Because Pollo could not figure out which mic was hot.
Yeah, well, Bruce and Pollo are on the same level right now. Bruce is talking about his
Just belching.
income tax. Hey, but listen, on number 7, you chunked a chip. I just watched it today. You chunked a chip and made the putt immediately after. Remember that?
Yeah.
So if you don't make that putt,
It changes.
He made his putt.
Yeah, it changes
That
the whole.
Yeah. And if it would have played out, he would have been even, because he would have won the next hole, and then he would have been even.
Yeah.
And when you're even, it can go either way. When you have a dollar in your pocket, you're like, I still have $1 in my pocket, even if I lose it. But I still have $1 in my pocket right now. So you had that $1 in your pocket the whole match.
Yeah, and also if you watch the first video, I could have went 2 under the first 2 holes.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I missed those putts, but they were close to going in, so I'm bound to make some putts.
Yeah.
And I'm putting good, even though I missed those 2 putts.
Right.
So I think putting what saved me. Chipping was just horrendous that day, but you take what you can get.
I think it was a great match, and I think it was even, very even, just the way that most of them were in the whole series. But it was something phenomenal, and you guys, Bruce and Steven, you guys really surprised me. I didn't even think about doing anything like that, but I think this is the way that golf is going to be played more and more throughout. I mean, obviously we're still going to have our tournaments, but this just adds a constant golf scenario year round.
And do you know how many times I've now seen when people are putting tee times and stuff up in the groups or on Facebook, and they're like, hey, let's play. I've got 2 tee times for 8 people. Let's do match play.
Yeah,
And so
it's
they're
awesome.
now throwing match play into their
Yeah,
even just
it's
weekly
totally
rounds.
fun.
And it's it's great to see people incorporating that kind of stuff.
100%. And I don't know. I think the SCGA does something like this in a big type environment, but I've never really seen it in a bracket style like this. So, I commend you guys for setting it up and putting together from the party, or from, even before that, because you had to get everybody involved in the signups and this and the other. But from the party till today, like it was smooth and it was great. And I think you as, well, you know, they were involved in doing it, and then I kind of got involved, but you were just a participant. And I think, obviously you had a good time, but I think you also think that it was properly done and properly recorded, and everybody was following up on their scores, and like you could track it. So your opinion on the process of it, or like the format, not so much the format, what word am I looking for? Like organization of it.
Like, I think in terms of like the management aspect, I think that's the word you were looking for.
Management.
Like, it was simple. You know, everybody could figure it out.
Right.
You know, not many people had questions. You know, because you guys
Except for
released.
Vic Fonseca. But
Yeah, you guys put the rules on the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And I just read that. I was like, okay,
Shout
that's
out to
it.
Vic.
That's-
yeah. So overall good experience.
Yeah. You know, I could be, because I won the whole thing, I could be biased, but, you know, overall,
I didn't hear any negativity about the entire thing.
You better say yes, bish.
And, and I think that's very important. I mean, that's rare because there's always somebody who has a beef with something, but I think you guys did a great job putting it together, which is why I'm coming today asking you if you'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
many people.
Even though I had the biggest choke event I've ever had. Don't be nasty.
He chokes. Chokes on
like, what level choke? Are we talking like 28-3? Like,
I'm not
or
yeah. This was Falcons Super Bowl level, having a 3-shot lead at the turn in the first round, and
Yeah.
losing the match.
I was
by
there.
19,
Hey, it's
so-
golf, dude.
Yeah, I was there.
That's
yeah,
what happens.
That's where, like, even that experience,
Dude, actually,
Oh,
we should
yeah,
talk
dude.
about your round though, bro.
Bro, he's going to go into full... Why would you do that to him?
Just one hole, okay? Just one hole, okay? There's
You
a
were
par-
there watching it?
Yeah, yeah. I was supposed to have my match.
Are you talking about number 10?
No.
Okay, well, come on, Bruce. You tell it.
So we're, I think it's like the 4th or 5th
Where?
hole.
Where?
And we're at South Hills Country Club, West Covina.
Okay.
Okay.
Bougie. All right.
He was playing against Peter
Lyons.
Peter Lyons,
in
right?
the first round.
Yeah.
It was his home course.
His home
I
course.
was leaving the next day to go
Yeah.
to Europe for 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
I was like, I just had to accept whatever tee
Sure,
time I could do.
sure.
So Peter tees off, boom, hits one, smack down the middle, I think. He's pretty consistent with his driver. And then Steven tees up, and on this particular hole, there's like a fence that's guarding.
I am so thankful there was no video of this.
There is a video. I think you took it, but you probably did not.
It was facing outward.
Because
and the
your
ball went
camera is right
backwards.
behind it. And there's a fence that's blocking the hole previous, which is a par 3, the whole green, right? And it's like 20 feet long. And then on the back side of it, there's houses. So he tees it up. I think he used like a hybrid or something that he was pretty consistent with.
Right.
And
I was literally trying, because I was already up 2 or 3.
I
I
can't-
was trying to like just play it safe, hit the hybrid down the middle on this par 5.
Wrong.
Wrong. Very,
So
very,
Peter and I are in the back where there's this bench where we're just chilling by, right? And he tees off and hits the fence. The ball comes flying back at us. The bench is right in front of us. Hits the bench, and Peter and I are doing this, and it hits the bench and it flies over into this lady's backyard. Okay, so Steven sees the ball right where it landed. He jumps, like he put his club down, and you know, he jumped over there, and I saw where the ball went, but apparently the lady was in the back.
Oh, my God.
She goes, I can't remember what she said, but she's like, you know you're trespassing. And I
You
was like,
jumped in to get a ball?
What? It was like 3 feet away.
Pro V1.
And I literally looked and was like, I looked at her and I was like,
So good.
took off.
So good.
Why didn't you film
I
that,
think
Bruce?
I
What were
still
you
won.
doing?
I was laughing at that moment.
Oh no, I think I split the hole. I think we split that hole.
I can't, dude. I think
can't
that.
remember, but
don't worry, I knocked him out in the quarterfinal.
Oh, my God. I just,
God damn
I
it.
would like to know what Boyle would have to say about you jumping in somebody's backyard to get a ball. Because that is a very, very poor, you know,
I was embarrassed all around.
that's a poor
there was,
man.
There was a whole lot of embarrassment going on at that point. I wasn't thinking clearly.
Jumps
Yeah.
the fence.
He jumped.
There's a
Like a little
Sandlot
brick wall.
Rottweiler over there.
Okay, well,
She looked like a Rottweiler.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna send her this video. Okay, so let's go back. You guys are interested in doing another round, and I think everybody's interested in doing a round because I get messages every day. When is the next one starting? And let's break it down. Let's break it down. What we're gonna do. We're gonna do another one just like this. You saw the bracket earlier that I put up, but this time instead of having 32 players, we're gonna have 64 players. Right? These spots will go instantly. So as soon as this is for Tropicana Players Club members only, obviously.
Get 'em
Maybe
while
at some
it's hot.
point we'll do another one, but with outsiders. But for now, it's members only. We're gonna have a $99 buy-in, and that includes buying into the tournament. So you'll have your winnings, and then we're going to do a draft party, so that includes your food and drink at the draft party. And if you make it to the finale, that includes your round at Via, which is a private country club. You'll be, just like Roy did, play in the final match.
Very expensive.
Very expensive, very, very provocative. So it includes your final round, and then we will have a dinner afterwards at the club, which is also included. And that's actually going to be included for all the spectators as well and the walking gallery. Now, for the winner, we're not going to tell you how much Roy won because we don't want to embarrass him. But
It's supposed to be a drum roll.
we are going to pay the winner of... Yeah, Bruce, come on, bro. Take it easy. The winner of the 2023 Tropicana Swingers Open will receive $3,000. $3,000 on a $99 buy-in is a hell of a return for playing golf, which you're going to do anyway.
It's like a 10-team parlay.
Wow. It's like a full set of clubs at any local retailer. What is it also like? It's like
A year of golf.
it's a year of golf.
If you play like what, twice a week?
For some people in the club, a lot of hookers.
Let's see. If you spend $60 a week, 60 times 4 is 240. 240 times 10 is 2,400. It's one round per week for 1 year. A $60 round, which is how much golf is. So it's free golf for a year if you win.
Like a night at Sam's Hofbräu.
Sam's house, bruh. Yeah, $3,000 is a lot. $3,000 is a lot of money, and all you have to do is
cheated.
win and just have fun playing golf. Second place is going to get $500, and then what we're changing this year that we're going to actually not changing but adding. There's going to be 64 players in the original bracket. If you lose the first round, you're not completely out. At the end, when it's all over and after there's a winner and the whole bit, we will set up a tournament, stroke play net tournament, and the winner of that tournament will receive $250. So you'll make your money back and some. So if you lose in the first round, you're not totally out of it. We'll see you at the end, and you can... Are you all right? You tired?
Hey,
My
wait.
freaking
So
drink.
we had a third and a fourth place prize for this one.
Oh, really?
People invested,
Oh.
and it's supposed to be Bruce and Grover.
Yeah.
What? You're just holding on to the money?
He's already been paid out.
Oh,
Wait,
you
you
lost?
paid him what? You paid him the. Would you still burping?
It was
disgusting.
Mikey bitch.
He holds a mic to his mouth right there.
He's very poor.
So wait, you gave him the 100 for third place?
Wasn't it like 150?
It was.
Or something like that,
It was
right?
like 100 for third and 50 for fourth.
Yeah, we didn't play.
You didn't play?
No.
You just forfeited?
Well, no, it was,
No, they chopped it.
yeah, I know Grover pretty well, and so I actually,
You just split it 75
yeah,
That's very
boring
cheap.
as shit.
it's
Yeah.
very boring.
Don't do that.
Very
Don't be boring.
Yeah.
Don't split prizes.
Yeah.
You win.
We shouldn't have done it that way, but
What,
It's-
what would Pollo say?
Bitch.
bish,
Stupid bitch.
yeah. He said, "Go play, stupid bish."
I didn't say it had to.
So I didn't even know we had third and fourth place prizes. So congratulations to third and fourth place. But yeah,
Nobody gives a fuck about the bronze medal.
and I know, Roy.
Damn it.
You're
I'm gonna play him
coming.
the first
you're
round
coming.
now.
You're coming for it again.
Oh yeah, like the only thing harder than climbing the mountain is staying on top. So
Wow.
I'm gonna make everybody earn it. I might not win the next one, but I'm gonna make everybody earn it.
Your sights are set on.
You're putting a target on your back.
Hey man, everybody wants to take down the champion. That's the way to do it.
That's right.
So we're gonna have signups. You're gonna get an email very soon, and we're gonna have signups up until the last. Well, I take that back. We're gonna have signups until there are no longer spots, which will probably be one day. But we are gonna have a draft party in here at Tropicana on October 30th, which is the Sunday before Halloween, the last Sunday in October. You will find out who you are playing in the first round. It's all just randomly picked. We do it in here. We have a party with food and drinks and all kinds of other stuff.
We drink 40s and we stand
stuff.
like this.
Can you sit down?
Bruce is the new Pollo.
You give him 140 of Miller High Life, and all of a sudden he just goes off the fucking rails.
First of all, this bitch didn't even finish it yet.
Right?
So it's like,
Bro.
Bruce the comedian.
I've been sauced since like 10 o'clock this morning
Here
because
we go.
Hey,
Here we go.
whatever. F you guys. I'm going home.
Boy. Wow. It's Bruce, ladies and gentlemen. Very well done.
I think, his like blackout drunk thing is Caitlin. I think he's
Yeah, baby.
pulling a Caitlin on us here.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. From the men's tees.
When I get too drunk, I'm bruiser.
Okay.
No.
Before you say anything else. Anyway, you're going to have a link in your emails very soon where you can sign up for the 2023 Tropicana Swingers Open. First place, $3,000 cash. If you're a federal agent or an IRS agent, tune out because we're not taxing anybody for this. So you won't be paying tax on it. It's all cash.
actually, in the state of California, if you win less than $5,000, it's not taxable.
Oh.
I know that for sure.
There's our attorney, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Roydel. Yeah, but how do you spell it? So anyway, Bruiser, Stephen Smith, I want to thank you guys for really putting this whole thing together. You guys did a great job. I can't say it enough. Everybody had a great time, and I thank you from behalf of everybody that was a participant. And we look forward to doing it again. You guys did a great job. And Mr. Roydel, our first and currently only champion of the Tropicana Swingers Open. Congratulations to you. And if there's anything that you would like to convey to the audience, being the champion, or get inside the champion's mind for 1 second, the forum is yours to.
Well, most likely I want to speak to the other 63 people that are going to do this tournament.
Yeah.
If you think I worked hard for this tournament, I'm going to work 10 times as harder for the next one. So
I love it.
when you guys are sleeping, I'm eating. So don't.
So, wait, one question. Is your handicap going to keep going up like it did during this?
Well, first of all, I was playing at Alhambra Golf Course a lot because we had a tournament there. So you know how I play. Whatever tournament we have that month, I play all those rounds that month there.
You started at 11.8.
I wasn't gonna
What's
say
your
it.
handicap now?
It's 14. And I won a tournament at 14 too. So it's not like I'm freaking sandbagging this.
Nah,
So
14.
people are gonna have some questions.
14's pretty accurate. I saw him play.
Legitimate, yeah. I
don't
would say
think-
that.
yeah.
I do. Yeah.
It's a good number, and as I think that most people's handicaps are for this thing. And
Well, I'm a 14 and you're what, a single digit? And you choked your first
No,
round
you-
match. So it's like-
you're not a single
I'm not a
digit.
single digit. I'm an 18.
Yeah.
okay.
Take that as a compliment, single digit. Right?
I
Yeah.
am nowhere near a single digit.
We might have our first match right here, just right now. Just get it out of the way. So anyway, once again, thank you guys for putting it together. Roy, congratulations to you, and to all of you watching. If you want to participate, you're gonna have a great time. We got a great group of guys running it and invested in part of it. So sign up, and you're gonna really enjoy what Match Play has to offer and what Tropicana. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have a good time with somebody from the club, and it's something a little bit different. So, any final words, boys? Wow, Bruce, you are.
Why do you hold the mic up when you're going to burp?
I'm a class act.
He's a class. Your lady is so proud of you right now. She's gonna call me tomorrow and ask me to delete this video. or ask me to delete you. One or the other. Stephen Smith, any final words?
No. Congrats, Roy. You did great. You went all the way through it. It wasn't easy. You had some tough matches that you overcame, so that was great.
100%.
Sign up. Code thighs.
And thank you, Odin Golf Balls, for sponsoring the event. I think you got a dozen of the Odin balls, right?
The what?
The Odin Golf Balls.
Oh, yeah.
If not, he's got 2 here.
Thank you, Bruce, for the jokes. And all you out there, we hope to see you guys soon. Thank you guys once again, and we'll see you next time. See ya.